Let's do some Christmas baking, why don't we? Today I'm making orange and walnut cookies. But first, let's set the mood. The other day, somebody told me that my cutting board looked, and I quote, disgusting. So I contacted the good people at IKEA and I bought myself a new lamp-lit board. Nice. I mean, the other one has a lot more character, but this sure looks nice and clean. Let's get to baking. Ingredients you'll need are tender oats, butter, sugar, zest of one orange, soy flour to bind the dough, some walnuts, and dark chocolate for decoration. Get out a bowl and add the sugar. Cut the butter into cubes. Then, use a fork to mix and beat until creamy. This works a lot better with cow milk butter than with butter made from plant sources, but give it a good go anyways. The star fell right in front of me as I was standing there, and I didn't notice for such a long time. Switch to a spoon when you feel that the fork has stopped being helpful. Shake your hand out at intervals to stop yourself cramping up. Just before I started filming, I opened a window because I read in the pandemic guidelines that that's what you're supposed to do. You know, let some fresh air in. So the room was pretty cold as I was doing this, which is the opposite of ideal for this procedure. The candles are really less for mood and more an attempt to get the room back to a livable temperature. Once your butter and sugar mix is something approaching smooth and creamy, it's time to zest an orange. Make sure the peel hasn't been exposed to pesticide and wash it well with warm water to remove dust and waxy residue. Now beat the mix until it is smooth again. I have made these cookies in the past, and though they are well worth the labor, still, every year I think about buying a kitchen machine with a dough hook, but then I remember I have no space to keep it. Add the oats and beat the mix until it... oh. Okay, this is getting quite repetitive, so when you see me beating the mix until smooth, assume that's what you're supposed to do, and I'll stop being annoying by saying it all over. Add the soy flour, get a small bowl of water ready and add liquid to the dough by the spoonful. As little as possible, but enough for the ingredients to stick together as a dough. You can, of course, use orange juice instead of water, but the orange I used was totally dry inside, so I'm using water. Luckily, the zest gives enough flavor that using a few spoonfuls of water will not detract from the cookies one bit. Get out a grinder and blend up the walnuts until there's only small bits left. that is one lovely bowl of dough. Preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. Find a cookie sheet and cover it with baking paper. This dough is quite stiff, so the easiest way to make cookies is to scoop the dough up with a spoon and then form it into an oval by passing it back and forth between spoons. Once you've filled your cookie sheet, put it in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. And I finally noticed the star has fallen. Good job, self. While the cookies are in the oven, prepare a water bath and melt the chocolate on the stove on medium heat. That cookie smell though, amazing. Once the cookies have cooled a little, drizzle them with chocolate. As much or as little as you like. Orange and dark chocolate go beautifully together, so I usually err on the side of more. This is art. And we're done. Let the cookies cool completely, let the chocolate set, and then they're ready to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I have a playlist of cookie recipes. And if you want to see more from me, you could subscribe if you like.